bring this meeting to order. Let me get myself in order.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, the invocation and pledge. In the Father, and Son, and the Holy Spirit. Lord, we come together for another meeting that we ask your blessings for. We're a group that maybe at times we see things differently. We also know that it's easy for us to unite and move forward together. And that we always respect each other's opinion. I pray that we never lose sight of that, Lord. Thank you for the opportunity to serve with these men as we serve the people of Victoria County. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one, indivisible.
All right. Looks like we got through Winter Storm Fern. And I'm not sure what they're gonna name the next one, but it's coming, isn't it, Rick? All right, so with that, I'll open it up to citizens' communication, and I'm sure Rick has, some things he wants to talk about the weekend and what's coming to us. Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir, so we did get through Winter Storm Uri, Winter Storm. So thank all, each and every one of departments that participated. Obviously, we started the planning of the Winter Storm Fern back in Tuesday of last week, and then fully went into operational mode Wednesday, and then all the way through. And so we had one operational meeting on Friday. So thank you to all the road and bridge crews, public works crews, you name it, health department. I can go through the whole list. There's a lot of folks that were involved in that. And so great operational opportunity for us to look at things, get us prepared for the next one. And yes, there may be a small event coming up. Some highlights I definitely want to talk about was our warming centers. And so our disaster recovery coordinator office, Alex Partita, works directly with the Homeless Coalition and many other coalition partners here in our community to help serve those that need to be served during inclement weather. And so it's a great opportunity for us to bring those groups together. We had several centers that opened up. Our Lady of Sorrows was our primary inclement weather center, and it's still up and operational. They are taking a small rehab today to kind of reset the environment, but they're going to be open for the next couple of days as well, because we see the temperatures are still going to be down in the 20s. We have Salvation Army as a partner as well that had opened up their doors and serving population, as well as Midcoast Family Services. And then there's some other ancillary services that are out there, Christ Kitchen, things like that. Food Bank of Golden Crescent really came to the table as well, and I'll have Alex present something next week when we have the list of everybody. We had Waterwell Cafe, we had so many different private organizations that brought food over to the center, and we were really able to help support and donations. But with that said, I want to give you all some quick numbers related to that. So the Inclement Weather Center throughout the last couple of days has served almost each night over 80 people, and that includes children, families, you name it, have come in there, and each night has, with overnight stays of approximately 50 plus people each night, and then the Salvation Army maxing out at 25. Or as a reminder, Salvation Army, they only serve male occupants and during the evening hours, and so they max out at 25, and so they were maxed out each and every single night. We also had coalition members that were going out throughout the community, trying to locate those that did not want to come in to the warming center and help provide them the necessary resources and elements that they need to help protect themselves. And so with that said, it was a great job, because that I know of, we had no adverse effects to our population associated to that. We then worked with also our nursing homes, our fixed facilities, hospitals, did a great job on trying to coordinate all those things with them. And so Winter Storm Uri taught us a lot of things, and so we moved into Winter Storm Fern, we're a little bit better prepared for it, and our office does a great job in doing that. Another interesting fact that I wanted to bring up is our social media engagement. It's really weird for us because in emergency management, we're so used to just doing the job, and that connection to our world outside of what we normally do day in and day out. And there's a lot of practitioners out there that don't think social media is that big of a piece of it. Well, it is. And so a small video that we happened to take setting up the Inclement Weather Center, I think garnished 1 million views, almost 1 million views. And so you're talking locally and nationally and worldwide, people were really interested in that and really supportive of it. And so we have to take ourselves kind of out of that mindset and look at a different angle in how we do our jobs. And so they did a great job. And so that social media engagement is important. Brings me to my next point. Thank you to the citizens. They really listened to the preparedness response activities that we, our office, and all the other city and county staff and offices were pushing out there. We were asking people to stay home and stay safe and stay off the roads, and it did just that. And so that I know of, we had some very, very small incidences that occurred Saturday night into early Sunday morning, but out driving around early Sunday morning, I was really impressed with how many people actually stayed home and stayed off the roads. Y'all's crews did a fantastic job getting out there, laying out the various resources they did over the bridges and elevated surfaces. So thank you once again for the hard work that Road and Bridge did, as well as our citizens reacting to those preparedness activities. And so we'll do a little bit more formal report maybe next week when we gather all the data. We will have the Inclement Weather Centers up and operational for the next couple of days with potentially a repeat this upcoming weekend. While I'll need to look at that a little bit closer and work with those coalition partners. So I think that was all I had. I think the low this morning was 11 degrees with the wind chill. I think tomorrow morning is set to be around the same. We hope it doesn't get down to 6 or 7 degrees because then it'll be a 6-7 event. So there's a joke, come on. So we almost did a video on it, but we decided not to.
All right.
So, but it will be single-digit temperatures tomorrow morning again with the wind chill factor, and so those are important things for us to look at. So,
All right.
once again, thank you all for everything you do. Thank you for the support. We know we have some action items that we need to do and sit down with the finance team and Road and Bridge guys and figure out how do we better do our job. That's always a learning piece for us, and so we'll be sitting down and doing that next couple of weeks as well. So,
Absolutely.
Thank you as well,
Rick.
Rick, you and all your staff. I know you had a lot of hours and appreciate
did a
everything y'all do.
fantastic job.
Thank
You're
you.
right, social media is a big part of it
is.
because, you know, even just tidbits about what to do with, you know, wrapping pipe, staying warm, stuff like that you guys were putting out, and it was helpful. I mean, you know,
yeah.
it really is.
Operationally, we're going to end today. I think I talked to the judge, and several of you will be in the operational period for the finance teams today at 10 o'clock. It gave an ample time for all of the crews to go out and look at the roads
Yeah.
and make sure that the areas are safe. We know that all the schools, many of the schools, probably 90% of them went ahead and did closures for today or delayed starts. And so they were looking at the information that was being provided them on Friday, making those relevant decisions. And so we're very supportive of that. And obviously, we make sure that we communicate that through the SITREP. But today at 10 o'clock, our office has already sent out the email that will end the operational period for today at 10. Our office will continue under an operational period through Wednesday until we close down the Inclement Weather Centers, because we've got a lot of work on the recovery side and the back side of that for us to continue on for the next couple of days.
But you said there's something potential coming this weekend?
There's some more extreme cold temperatures coming in late Friday night and Saturday morning, really Saturday into Sunday.
Yeah.
And so we'll work with our staff and the coalition partners about continuation of any type of Inclement Weather Center. It doesn't look like we'll have the precipitation with it, just be extremely cold temperatures once again, so. Okay. And with that said, like I said, we'll bring back something formal to the court maybe later on with
Okay.
Good deal.
Better
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you very much. Lauren, sure is nice having a PIO now.
Yeah.
I just text you a little bit of something and it goes out.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Now, if we can just keep Rick off the videos, that'd be great. Yeah. Heard he hired an agent.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning, Lenny.
Morning, Lenny.
How are you doing today? I just wanted to give you a couple of numbers. I know you're always interested in knowing what's going on at the airport. As far as the flight promotion that we had over the month of December, so far we had 27 individuals that had filed for and successfully to receive the $100 that they would get back. So it's at 27, and people have until December 31st to do those reimbursements, the applications for reimbursement. On another front was the employments as of the end of the year. The final numbers that I received from SkyWest Airlines was 14,491, which surpasses 2024 by 409. We did 14,082 in 2024, so we still beat the record even though we were closed for a month. Over the weekend, we had a few cancellations due to the weather. The airplanes couldn't leave Houston, and the afternoon flight yesterday flew into Victoria. As they were approaching, they picked up some ice, and by the time the airplane was ready to leave, that ice got solidified in the airplane, and so we don't have de-icing capability, so the flights got to be canceled. So hopefully by this afternoon, everything will be okay. And overnight, we always put the airplane in a hangar, so it doesn't
Okay.
accumulate ice overnight. So that's all we have from the airport. Thank you.
Thank you, Lenny.
Thank you, Lenny.
Thank you.
All right, anybody else? All right, if not, we will move on. Item 4 is to consider approval of minutes and take appropriate action.
Move to approve.
A
Second.
motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 5 is to consider approval of accounts payable and take appropriate action.
Accounts payable for January 26, 2026 are $2,142,694.47. Supplemental payments are $279,284.08.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 6 is to receive monthly and quarterly reports from various county officials and departments and take appropriate action.
Good morning. Today, we have no monthly reports.
Easy enough. Thank you, Heidi. On to 7, consider approval of bond forfeiture releases and take appropriate action.
We have none of those as well.
Yeah, we might finish early.
Rolling along.
Thank you, Heidi. Item 8, consider approval of Citizens Medical Center interim vendor payments and take appropriate action. And we have a report for January 22nd, 2026, in the amount of $104,347.56. And the ACH report dated January 22nd, 2026, in the amount of $1,664,439.19. Need a motion to
Move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 9 is to hear a presentation from Victoria County Fire Marshal regarding the website upgrades and take appropriate action. Dan, it's got a video for us.
Good morning, Dan.
Morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Just for him.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, so my team and I have been working diligently on upgrading processes in the office, one of them being the website. So I wanted to kind of go through it because a lot of the services and the upgrades on the website are actually for the citizens. So I wanted to give them an opportunity, if they don't follow us on Facebook or anything, to hear where they can find these resources and everything. But also, this is, I've been here 6 months now. So when I got here, one of my focuses was to make the office more accessible to the citizens as far as resources on the prevention side, the public education side. And I have a great team with Sissy and Nathan, and we've all put a lot of effort into doing this. One of the main things was starting with, we changed our uniforms. If you notice, I'm wearing coyote brown. Our new work shirts are green. Kind of sets us out. So that way when we're out doing life safety inspections, we're on a fire or something like that, it sets us out to say, hey, that's the fire marshal. If they need us, they can come see us. So we're not wearing the same uniform as others. And as you know, we've started a permit process. Now we do plan reviews for new commercial buildings that come in, any remodels, constructions like that come into unincorporated parts of the county. With that said, the website is a tool for them to go to get the applications, know the process. So we have a lot of things working within our office And so we've kind of revamped the website to help the citizens get to those resources. One big thing I'll point out right at the beginning, as a lot of y'all know, that this year, we're going to have to make this Title II compliant, all websites. It's a new legislation thing. So all the changes that we've done on this website, we did review Title II and the compliance of Title II. So our portion of the website is compliant with Title II. Just point that out. So we do employ, so this is the homepage. We've restructured it. If you need to contact us, emails are easily accessible there to contact us. Since we do employ peace officers, we are required to have a complaint section on our website. If you notice right here, these buttons, all you have to do is click it. Of course, hopefully we're doing a good job, so you don't have to do just complaints. You can do compliments as well. So if we're doing a great job, click the green button and you can leave a compliment. So this is the homepage. We just kind of revamped it. On all of our pages also, we've put our Facebook. I kind of want to echo what Rick said. Social media is powerful. It's a great tool and to get information out, stuff like that. So we've put this on our website, so that way if they're not following us, they can come in, just click follow, and then they can start following our Facebook as well. So moving on, that's the home page. As I said earlier, we have permit process now and everything. This walks you straight through the permit process, what the requirements are, the process to do it, the required inspections, and of course the enforcement of it, of what we have. It's very easy now to submit your applications. This right here is a link. You just click on that. After you fill out your permit application, you can click on this link and send it right to us. We are in the process right now with IT to do the payment button.
Okay.
It hasn't fully been created yet, but once it is, then it'll be right here. It'll just say pay now and then simple link to go on there. All of these are fillable PDFs. You click on which one you need, fill it out, sends it right to us. Also has a checklist, permit requirement, plan review requirements, foster home checklist. We have a lot of foster homes, so some good resources right here on the permit page that you would click on. Okay. Burn ban. We have a burn ban page. So click on that. It'll tell you the status. Right now, Victoria County is currently not under a burn ban. If we were, this would be changed. It would be red, and then the orders would be right here. So you can read the orders. Okay. That's all that's on this page, because we want a direct burn ban page. If someone wants to just click it and say, hey, are we under a burn ban or not? Outdoor burning. Similar to the burn ban page, but this one gives you some helpful tips and resources on burning. We take a lot of burn calls to log them. You can now go in and actually click that button, and when you do, it pulls up a pre-filled request. You fill it out, and it sends it straight to our office, and it sends it over to dispatch directly. So that way they can log it right away. We also get a copy of it as well. So if you don't want to call in, you just want to fill it out, send it in, gives you another resource to do that. We've also made this a very interactive page. Everyone's always wanting to know, when I'm up here talking about KBDI and what's that and everything, here's where I get that information from. It's an interactive map. You can zoom in right to our county, click on that county, and right now we're currently sitting at a 531 for our KBDI. So
That's very interesting. I like that.
Yep.
I really do.
Thank you. So anyone can go to that. Anyone can find out what the KBDI is for any county, and then an interactive weather map. You just hit play, and it shows the weather and conditions there. Again, our Facebook. And then here's just some information on outdoor burning.
Go back on that outdoor burning. I have a question on that.
Yes, sir. How
So
far up?
if I have a pile of tree limbs that I'm gonna burn, I have to fill that out?
Well, there's nothing that legislatively requires you to fill it out. It's a courtesy. We ask. And what that does is when you log your burn, it keeps the dispatchers and emergency services aware of what's going on. So if a passerby sees a smoke, they call in, hey, there's a fire. Every time that a fire truck, emergency personnel have to leave, they're running lights and sirens. It puts them in dangerous situations. So the least amount of times we can do that, the safer it is for not only the responders, but the citizens and stuff like that.
So if you guys get a call, you're aware that you already know there's a fire there?
That's correct. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Good deal.
It's kind of the same premise as a control burn, like on a field. If they let you guys know ahead of time, then,
That is correct. Yeah. There's nothing in the law that says that they're required to, but it is a courtesy, and we do appreciate it when they do call in. So that's the outdoor burning. Like I said, there's a lot of frequently asked questions on here. The biggest thing and misconception is people can burn out household trash. They can burn brush on their property, but all the refuge has to be from that property. You can't bring in brush from the neighbors or down the street or trash from down the street. You can't burn pallets and treated wood and stuff like that. It has to be generated from that property to burn it. So, all right, moving along, that's the outdoor burn. And like I said earlier, we're really focusing on not just investigating fires, going out to a fire when a fire happens. Best way to put out a fire is not let it begin to, don't let the fire happen. So, public education, community risk reduction is a big thing to help with that. This page will grow over the weeks and months as we get more resources. This basically is just explaining what community risk reduction is, what public education's about. Has some resources over to the side for the citizens if they want to click on it. Helps with home safety, prevention on their own, little DIY stuff. But as we start putting initiatives together and stuff, you will see this page. This will be one of the more active pages of changing and stuff with information. And of course, we love our kids, right? Best way to teach people not to start fires is teach them young, right? What to do, what not to do. This is a very interactive one. This is Sparky, and it takes you straight to the Sparky's website. It lists some of the education programs that we can do for schools, classrooms, community outreach centers, summer camps, daycares, youth programs. All you have to do is request the fire marshal with this button right here. If you would like for us to come to your school, daycare, something like that, then we will go out there and put on some fire prevention, fire safety programs for age appropriate. Just let us know what age group you're needing us to teach. And then and then here's some resources over here. So for educators, for the teachers and stuff like that, and for families at home, you click on that, helps you. It has coloring books, evacuation planning, things like that. We'll take you to those resources. The events page. This is an interactive calendar. What we have done is we've listed this is all the volunteer monthly business meetings. So if you want to go and see what your local volunteer fire department's doing and stuff, these are the times and locations of each department. All you got to do is click on it, brings up a little thing, has their address, what time the meeting is, and everything else. We've also added in, county holidays, so they know when we're in the office, when we're not, and then training. So this isn't just for the citizens. The volunteers can actually go to this if they need to remember what a training day is. They can click on it, gives the information and stuff like that. So we update this as we get events and stuff. If a volunteer department or someone's having an event that they would like, we could put it on here for the citizens to view it and get the details. So, and then that's all the way down, that goes all the way down. And if you notice over here, you see trainings and stuff on Saturdays. We have partnered up with the city fire department, and we have a full year-long training already scheduled out for the volunteer departments and the city to work together and train on the type of events and stuff that they have around the county. So you can see those as well. And then, of course, the last page is just about us. Myself, my assistant fire marshal, Nathan, and then our program coordinator, Sissy. These are just little placeholders right now until we can get some nice headshots. So that's the website. Just a quick overview of it. Like I said, my team's been working really hard on this. There's a lot of resources. We'd really like for the residents of the county to go check it out, go through it. And then while you're there, if you're not following us on Facebook, please just click on the Facebook link and follow us, because we do also put a lot of information and resources out on the Facebook page as well.
Okay.
Looks great, John. Thank
Yeah, it
you
does.
for you and your team. Y'all did a great job on revamping this.
Thank you.
Appreciate
That's
it.
really good.
Thank you. And that's just a start. There's more to come. So
All right.
we do appreciate all the support we get from you guys as well.
Lots of good information.
Yeah,
Thank you,
good
Dan.
stuff, Dan.
Thank you.
Okay. I need a motion to receive.
Move to receive.
Wait a minute. I'm
No, we
sorry. That
don't.
was just to hear. I'm on 10.
You're on scene
Sorry,
already.
Sorry. Receive for the record an order from the Victoria County Elections Commission to appoint county elections administrator and take appropriate action. We just received this morning that an offer was made. They did the interviews. They made an offer, but it was rescinded as of this morning. Is there anything you want to talk about? Yeah.
You're pointing at me?
Yeah.
I'm just as surprised as you were.
Okay. So,
I came to talk about how great it was working with Heidi and Ashley and Ben and Chris and Madison on the committee, and how we had great discussions, and we'd narrowed it down to a top 3 candidates, and it was a great experience, and I was coming here to welcome Mr. Stanford and his family to the community, but we will table that until we meet again and get to hang out with Heidi some more.
okay, I did hear from Judge Zeller this morning, and he said, as the chairman for the Elections Committee, he will proactively continue the search for a replacement.
Correct.
Okay, so we'll move on with that one. We'll leave it as is. Thank you for your work, all of you guys that were involved with that. All right, item 11 is to receive, for the record, a certificate of substantial completion in connection to the Patty Dotson Spray Truck Storage Building Project and take appropriate action.
Judge Pro Tem and Commissioners, this is to receive the substantial completion of the spray building at the Patty Dotson Health Department. All the work has been done. They've gone through the checklist. We still have some site improvements to be done. Once we contract with the contractor to build the fence and put the concrete and site improvements, we have a contract in place. The building will be temporarily released for CO until those can be completed. But this is a substantial completion of the building by Logger.
All right, thank you, John.
I think it came out really good. Looks really great. They did a good job. Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries. Item 12 is to consider approval of indigent defense costs in criminal court and pretrial bonding information yearly report and take appropriate action. And we have Ms. Nora.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Judge Pro Tem,
Morning, Nora.
Commissioners. So I am here to do my yearly report regarding the pretrial services department as well as our indigent defense costs, both for criminal and civil. What we'll do is I'll start out with our pretrial bonding program. Just to hit on a few things, we have written since 2014 about 7,000 bonds, releasing people from jail. And for savings to the county at approximately $65 a day, we've saved the county about $1.3 million in getting people out of jail. That's on the low end of that too. It depends on what kind of needs that they have. We are running at about a 93% appearance rate for court. So the defendants that we do release from jail, we have a 93% appearance rate, which is significantly high compared to the nationwide average.
Yeah, nationwide average is pretty.
Yes. So we do keep in contact. We're just like the other departments. We use Facebook. We have a text app. We have all kinds of social media to where we can get a hold of these people to remind them of their court dates and times. Currently, we have 630 active bonds, and we have 429 unique defendants on bonds. So some of them have more than one case. But right now we're running about 430 people.
So that's the definition of unique, having multiple cases, or?
Yes, so that would be unique people, one person. Some of them have multiple cases. So we're seeing and talking to about 430 people.
Okay.
As far as fees collected in bonding fees, we have an administrative cost of 3%. We try to collect those fees prior to their release from jail. Should we not, though, then they can do payment plans, things like that. But we do try to collect those fees to the best of our abilities. This year was down somewhat. If you remember, when we did budgets, I did talk to you about Senate Bill 9. So for this last quarter, starting September 1st, Senate Bill 9 did inhibit us from being able to bond certain defendants. And so we are losing some money in not being able to release those defendants. So we did come in at $199,498, so right under $200,000, which is about $55,000 less than last year. We did collect $15,000 in pretrial supervision fees, so we do charge a $20 to $30 supervision fee depending on certain bond conditions that we're supervising. So we do collect those fees for some of those defendants. And then ignition interlock fees, which are those defendants who are being supervised by our office, and they have to have an ignition interlock installed in their vehicle while they're on bond. They do pay us a $10 a month supervisory fee for that. We cannot charge more than that. That's legislatively driven. And we collected approximately $6,400 for those fees. Currently, we have 66 people that are on bond conditions with us that we're supervising. So if you go to page 3 at the bottom, if you look at our total revenue for our department, it was $221,253. We had expenses of $153,000, and then we do have a grant currently for my indigent defense assistant. That grant is ending this year, so we will resume those costs fully starting in October 1st of this year. So there was $39,000 in cost to our office, which that will increase next year. So the total revenue that we had for the county was $27,791. We're still in the black, which is good, but it is definitely significantly lower than last year. If you look at our revenue, it was $104,000. But that also encompassed more of the grant, and then, of course, $55,000 more in pretrial bonding fees that we were able to collect. So I wanted to give you fair warning on Senate Bill 9. That's why I came to you during budgets, and it has hindered our office somewhat.
Just as a refresher, what were some of the offenses that you could not bond out?
So we cannot bond anyone who is on probation or parole that picks up any new offenses. We cannot bond assaultive offenses, assault, family violence, terroristic threats. Of course, we stay away from assaultive offenses anyway, generally. Yeah. But anybody, too, that is out on bond for a felony, if they pick up another charge, we are no longer able to bond them. So we did have quite a few people that would get out on bond, they'd pick up a new charge because it takes a while for these people to go to court. The criminal justice system, the wheels of justice turn slowly. So some people do pick up multiple offenses. We are now precluded from being able to bond any of those individuals.
Because of the Senate bill?
Senate Bill 9?
Yes.
Okay.
And as far as being out on parole, parole will not do any administrative hearings or hold people in jail while they're pending cases, even if they pick up a new charge, unless it's a violent felony. So, but those people now, unless they're actually in jail for the maximum amount of time they can be without a case being filed, which in most of those is 90 days, then we can't touch those people either. So it's just, you know, people that have more significant criminal histories, even if it was a long time ago, and getting in trouble now, we can't touch them either. So,
So even with Senate Bill 9 that passed, putting a little bit of damper on your program, there's still an indirect savings that we have based on moving those folks out of the jail or not getting into the jail. That's still a savings to us.
definitely, like I said, I mean, just at $65 a day for the days that we've saved those people that we have gotten out of jail, I mean, that's $1.3 million of savings to the county.
Yeah.
That are, you know, that our constituents are paying to house people in the jail. And these are mostly low-level offenders. I mean, we're not talking about, you know, murder, sexual assaults, things like that. We're talking about somebody who maybe is criminal trespass, a lot of our homeless population, thefts, DWIs, you know, some of the lower-level offenses. They just can't afford, because of their socioeconomic status, to be able to post money bonds or surety bonds.
Good deal. Still a good program. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we do a lot more than bonding. That's just part of what we do on a daily basis. Any other questions about bonding?
No, ma'am. Good
Okay.
job as always.
All right, so
Okay.
I need a motion to approve then.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Nora.
Do you want to hear about indigent defense costs?
Yes,
Yes.
This is huge.
because of the program that we have in
Yes.
place.
Yes, so our Crossroads Defenders, which is the, you know, the public defender's office that we've started, they started accepting limited cases in December of 2024. So we're about a year into the program. As of August 26th of 2025, they took on all of our appointments for our criminal defendants at 100% rate. We still, if we have anybody that, we have co-defendants, or there's some sort of conflict of interest with their agency, of course, we still have our private wheel attorney list that we utilize, but those appointments now are few and far between. So in 2025, I've given you a monthly breakdown, but in general, what I wanted to point out was we had 1.5 million in total indigent defense costs. That's criminal and civil. We had 1.1 million in criminal and 354,000 in civil. To note that on the criminal side, we actually spent $145,000 less than we did in 2024. So that's pretty significant. On the civil side, we actually spent $204,000 more. So the civil side, which is not encompassed by the public defender's office, those are going to be like your child protective cases, your attorney general cases, those that are just going to be costly to the county anyway, because a lot of these CPS cases, they go on for years and years. So civil has gone up a little bit, but as far as total wide between the two, we did save $145,000 in indigent defense costs. And like I said, the public defender's office only started taking cases at 100% in August. So basically the last quarter of the year. We'll see how 2026 comes through. I think we should see a significant reduction in our indigent defense costs. All these defendants still come through my office for screening to determine indigency, and then of course they're appointed at that time. So we are still the appointing authority. We still meet with all these defendants, whether in jail or in the free. that come for court and determine, like I said, their indigency and whether or not they qualify in accordance with our guidelines. And they're assigned the public defender.
Okay.
So, and I think we're having really good luck. It's not even luck. We have good representation from our public defender's office. They're going to the jail, they're seeing their clients. Some of these cases are being handled swiftly and
Okay.
quickly, instead of sitting on the dockets for long periods of time. Our misdemeanor cases, they're rolling pretty fast. I mean, we're setting cases usually within 30 to 45 days, which is amazing.
Okay.
In the last few years, I mean, during COVID, it was taking a year for somebody to see a courtroom. It was pretty bad.
Wow.
So, we're trying to get things moving a lot quicker.
Okay.
But the public defender's office has really helped with that.
All right, good to know. Definitely.
Thank you, Heidi, and we've already voted on it, but thanks for the report.
If you have any other questions anytime, you know how to get in contact with me. You're more than welcome to come to our office to see what we do on a daily. And if you want to come to the jail, we could take you for a tour over there and you can meet some of our defendants.
Been there, done that.
Yep. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Nora.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
for all
much.
you do.
Thank y'all.
All right. Item 13 is that right?
Yes.
Oh,
We did.
We did. Yes.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
that
No.
was, she jumped, she gave us 12. We approved 11. She just told us 12. Right?
no. No, we voted for the, yeah.
Right.
No, it's done. It's a motion and a second and a vote. Yeah.
Oh, I
Thank
see
you.
that.
That was me and Shannon.
Oh, was supposed to start
Jason,
out with the engineer.
Shannon, vote yes. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Consider approval of the 2025 Equitable Sharing Agreement and certification and take appropriate action. We have attachments for 1 and 2 is ESAC 2025 memo letter and ESAC 2025 certification report.
Move to approve.
Thank you, sir. We got a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, item 14 is to consider approval of request for payment in connection to the rehab and widen roadway project for McCoy Road and Byre Road in Precinct 1, Victoria County, and take appropriate action. Union Pacific Railroad Company in the amount of $558.12, and then $4,306.06 for GL 199-580-5305. And this is for additional work requested by Victoria County Navigation District to install railroad crossing arm lights at the railroad crossing on McCoy Road, and this is under the Rider 45 project. So the Navigation District is doing this through a grant program that TXDOT provides money for through a Rider grant program. And these are requests that they're wanting to get approved today. So I will need a motion for that.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 15 is to consider approval of resolution number 2026-021, valued at $779.84 from Johnny Wagner for the installation of a pipe culvert at 417 Duck Drive in Precinct 3 in Victoria County, and take appropriate action.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. Item 16 is to ratify J.P. Morgan Commercial Card Purchase Program authorizations form and take appropriate action. Paige, do you want to say anything about this, or is Paige here?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, there she is. I didn't see you. Commissioner Sexton was in the way. So.
I'm in my spot.
Yeah, this was just this is just to ratify the agreement that we had set up. This was getting all the agreement set up for the payment and how we're going to pay everything. So we had some more signatures, so we're just looking to get it ratified.
Okay, so we have all the information. It has a lot of confidential information on there. That's why it's not online. So-
Yeah, unfortunately, it had some bank information that we really didn't want advertised on it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
So I
Move to
need a motion
ratify.
to ratify.
Second.
I do have a question. I've been asked by a few people, do you have an idea yet when possibly we're going to stop using other cards? I've been asked.
So the deadline at this point is February 28th.
All
That
right.
is what our goal is. That is what we're aiming for, to have everything completed by that time. That way, it seamlessly goes from Citi to JP Morgan Chase.
Okay.
Okay.
Of course, if we get it done earlier, we can move that forward, but right now, we are sticking with February 28th.
So like the 28th, we'll have possession of the new cards? Is that what?
That's hopefully the way it all works out.
Okay, I've just been asked by a few. I'm fine with it. I just
And of
wanted to know
course,
the answer.
will tell y'all, and we've kind of discussed in a couple of things, there of course is the other side that we will have other issues. And if that comes about, we will send out some emails and let everybody know.
Okay.
But February 28th is the deadline at this point.
Thank you, Paige.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. No, we already voted, right?
No, we need to vote.
Move to
I
ratify?
moved to ratify.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. What we had.
I moved to ratify with a question. Sorry.
Okay. Item 17 is to consider approval of 2026 discretionary budget amendments, if any, and take appropriate action. I don't see any
I
here.
don't see anything.
There's,
All right.
there's some on the, let's see here.
No, I don't see any
Nope,
here.
you're right.
No. Okay, moving on to 18 is to consider approval of 2026 budget amendments and take appropriate action. And we have budget amendments on general fund for various departments, records management fund expenditures,
Go Mesa.
Yeah.
Go Mesa
Hello.
expenditures,
I'll take that one.
what is this one here? Oh, law enforcement, surf office expenditures. Capital projects fund. Capital projects fund. All right. We'll get those taken care of, so I'll need a
Move to
motion
approve.
to approve. and a
Second.
Second. Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, that takes us to number 19, which is to consider approval of personnel changes and take appropriate action.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Morning.
So far, so good.
I have a correction for Road and Bridge Precinct 3.
Okay.
For the supplemental, park supplemental. It was being charged to the department and not the general fund, so.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you for what? I didn't want it.
Thank you, because it's coming out of my account.
that's all right.
What'd you do? Oh,
Oh,
it's nothing. Should've took care of that already.
I did.
I know.
Okay, that's the only one you're walking in? Okay,
Thank
all
you.
right. Thank you, ma'am. All right,
Adios.
need a motion
So moved.
Second.
and a second. Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And item 20 is the last item, and to adjourn. Thank you guys for being here. Be safe and get ready for round 2.
Yep.
It won't be bad.